What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Just Joshin. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Now let's get on to the cook. I have a 8-pound, almost 9-pound brisket flat. Just a flat. The point was not attached. That would be a full packer brisket when you have the point and flat attached. This is just the flat by itself. The leaner part, you may hear some say, lean is the flat, fattier is the point. So today I have it took away all this, most of the silver skin, most of the hard fat. I'm not the best at trimming a brisket yet, but time takes practice. Practice takes time, but I've been practicing. I seasoned it up, Cosmos Q SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. That's all we're going for. And we'll be cooking on the Pit Boss vertical smoker. And I have the Royal Oak 100% hardwood charcoal pellets. Cooking at 275 today. Normally cook at 225. Decided to bump it up 275 and give it a try. So right now the seasoning is setting on the brisket. Smoker is coming up to temp. I'm starting this around 10 p.m. Try it tomorrow. The football game starts around 3:30 roll tide, and so I want to have a good rest before then. So stay tuned. All right, so here's the brisket flat. I went ahead and trimmed it. Got most of the hard fat and the silver skin off that I could. I'm not the best trimmer. That's why I'm not gonna record it. Then I seasoned it with Cosmos Q SPG. Now I've got the smoker fired up. I'm letting this set in and it'll be ready to go in. Okay, brisket set in real good. Now it's time to put it on the smoker. All right, now it's time to put it in the smoker. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? You know, middle shelf. Door latch? Oh, that's right. Middle shelf where the door latch is. Remember, however you set it is how it's gonna cook. Okay, as you can tell, it's the next morning. Kind of eventful night. Well, in a way. So I set my alarm and every hour I came out and I spritzed. Okay, so it got to 166 and it hit the stall there at that point. And it stayed on 166 for maybe an hour or so, if not a little bit longer. So I had it set, my thermometer at that time at 170, and that's when I was gonna wrap. So I come out, I looked, everything looked good, bark felt good. So I wrapped it. That was at 7:30 this morning. So now it just went off at 2:03. I checked it, it's probe tender. So now I'm gonna let it rest. And I wanted to get this cook started early so I had a longer rest time, because I wanted to, normally I only let it rest like an hour or two. So I wanted at least a 3-4 hour rest. So I'm gonna wrap it up in a towel and put it in, I'm gonna use my soft sided cooler, and I'm not gonna zip it all the way closed. I'm gonna leave a little gap at the end. That way it can kind of vent a little bit. And then I'm gonna stick my probe back in it while it's resting, and so I can track the internal temperature of the rest time, because they say you want to get down to about 145 before serving. So we'll see how long it takes to do that, or if it gets even cooler than that. Also, I learned something. If it runs out of pellets, there won't be a fire, in case you're ever wondering. So I wrapped it this morning, checked the pellets, they look good. They was on the side, so you know, I said I piled them up in the middle so they could be directly over the auger, because the auger empty out and it'll be stuck on the side. So I piled them up in the middle, and I had a pretty good bit left. It's like, okay, this should be good then. Rock's on, it gets up, brisket gets up pretty warm. Come back out and check the temperature of the smoker, and it is at 135. And I open the back and there is nothing. I can see the auger plain as day. So I dumped. I don't have any more Royal Oak pellets, so at the end, of course it don't matter, it's already been wrapped and all the smoke it's got. So I just dumped my charcoal competition blend pellets in to get the heat back up. Now I could have took it in and put it in the oven. Everything's out here. I didn't want to dirty up everything else. So dumped the pellets in. It took a minute, it actually aired out, gave me an error code ERL, and I unplugged it, plugged it back up. It started dumping pellet and the fire started back. And it was in no time, it was up. I bumped it up 275. That's another thing. It was cooking too fast last night, faster than I wanted. So I bumped it down to 225 and let it cook there until I wrapped. And once I wrapped, I bumped it back up to 75. But I did leave it in there for the first 2 hours. The time I set it in there, at least 2 hours, if not a little bit longer, at 275. Didn't open the door one time, nothing, no spritzing, just left it alone. Like I said, it got up to 140 pretty quick, quicker than I wanted. It'd have been a longer rest time than I wanted. We'll get this thing wrapped up in a towel and let it rest, and then we'll try it out here in a little while. Okay, the brisket's been resting for 4.5, 5 hours. Internal temperature is now down to 148. Let's get it out, slice it up, see what we got. All right, grain's running this way, so I always want to slice against the grain. Definitely got a bark on it. SPG is my favorite thing on beef. It really goes with beef well, I think. Just being the flap, it is juicy, and I left at least a 1/4 inch of fat on the bottom. So that helps out each piece. But overall, I think letting it rest as long as you can helps out a lot. I'm pleased with it, but I still think there is room for improvement. My favorite one so far has been on the kettle. I'll link that video. I've done a few on pellet smoker. Kettle's definitely my favorite, and I really want to try one on the big offset, and I'm sure that'd be the best, but with real wood fire. Yeah, I think give it a try. If you don't have room for a whole full pack of brisket, just do the flat. And I don't know if you can buy just a point and you can cut it up and do burnt ends or not. If you do, I'd try that too. But thanks for watching. Go ahead, thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.